Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite girl Favor. So guys, today we are going to be learning how to sew this cut together flay dress. Now this is a simple dress, and if you take a look at the sleeve, you will notice that it is not attached because the sleeve was cut together with the dress. And we are also going to be attaching these stylish stripes on the neck hole. Now if this sounds like something you're interested in, without wasting much of your time, let's head to the tutorial proper. So guys, for today's tutorial we are going to be making use of this beautiful African print here, and we have this to be 2 yards. Now this 2 yards can go for any body size, all right, depending on the length you want to work with. And now if you see the design we're trying to recreate, it has a tassel at the front, but because I cannot afford that now, I will be improvising with this bias. Now I have this bias to be 2 yards. Okay, so I'll go ahead and fold this fabric. Now the normal way we fold, I'll pick up the two mouths like this. That's the English mouth, and I'll pick it up like this and I'll fold. Now I have folded it, and this is what it looks like. Now I have it to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to be cutting it together like it said. So we'll go in by 3 inches. Now this is the neck width I'll mark. Then from the neck here, I will also come down by 1 inch. This is going to be the neck depth for the back. We'll go ahead and connect this to this 1 inch. Okay, now from still this end here, we're going to come down by the neck depth for the front. Now I want to be using 3 inches for the neck depth for the front. We'll also connect this. Now after connecting this, for the keyhole at the front, I'll place it from this where I have my neck depth, and then I'll come down by 5 inches. Okay, after coming down by 5 inches, we'll go ahead and just give it a straight line to just connect it like so. So I'll move this now. Now from this our neckline here, I will just take the full length. So let me shift this forward a little so that you will see. Now I'll take the full length of this sleeve. Okay, so the sleeve length we're working with today is 18 plus 1 inch allowance. That is for the folding. Okay, now if you notice, there's no shoulder slope on this shoulder because I am not going to be cutting off the shoulder. Now the sleeve length we're going to be working with today, from this our shoulder length here, we're going to come down by the sleeve length. Now the sleeve length we'll be working with today is 14 inches. I will just mark the 14 inches down here and extend the line in like this. Okay, so guys, from this point now, what we're going to do, from our shoulder line, I will mark my half length. Now my half length is 16. I will mark my half length. We're marking this half length to know where we are going to be placing our basic bodies. Now the body measurement I'm going to be using is my hip measurement, and my hip measurement is the biggest measurement on my body, which is 40. Now 40 divided by 4 will give us 10 inches. I'll mark the 10 inch here. So I don't want this to have so much allowance. I'll just go ahead and add extra 3 inch seaming allowance. Okay, so this depends on what you want. So I will go ahead and extend that line from the shoulder, from the sleeve, and then extend it to this point. Okay, now what we're going to be doing, just pay attention to how we are going to be achieving our flame. So from this connection I had here, I will come down by 1 inch. Okay, after coming down by 1 inch like this, I will just go ahead and give it a curve. This curve and not the normal boo-boo curve. Okay, now from here, now I'm going to go back to this our point here, and now this is where we got our neck from. Now the full length of the gown we are making with today is going to be 34 inches. Now depending on the length you want, mine is 34 inches. This is the 34 here. I will go ahead and mark. Now I'll add 1 inch allowance, okay, for folding. Okay, so I will take this back to our full length. Okay, now remember where I placed my tape. I placed it from this our shoulder point here. Take note, this is where my tape is still remains. Now I will go ahead and get our circle flay. This is how we get our circle flay, still from our shoulder. Just the normal way we'll get our circle flay. That is how you will place this, unlike the boo-boo curve that just comes down from the armhole curve. Now I extend it to the full length of where your dress stops. Now from here, so please pay attention to where I'm connecting it. So from that curve that we did on the armhole, I'll just give it a straight curve to meet the full length of the dress. Okay, so what we're going to do right now, we'll go ahead and just cut out the back neck first. Remember, this is together, So after cutting the back neck, I will go ahead and cut out the full length of the dress. So please pay attention, wherever you see me cut is where you're going to cut. So after cutting the full length, I'll just go ahead and cut out the straight mark here, and then I'll just come from our sleeve here and just give it a curve in here like this. Okay, can you see what this looks like? So I'll just go ahead and also trim out the mouth of this sleeve, because I don't like to see the mouth of the name of the fabric. So we'll go ahead and open this up. Now after opening it up into two, okay, this is what it looks like. Remember, we are not joining the shoulder of this dress. All I'm trying to fold here is for us to be able to cut out our front neckline, because the front and back is not the same. So I'll go ahead and cut out the front neckline as well, and then just open a slit on that armhole, keyhole that we're going to be having at the front. So after cutting it now, guys, the next thing we're going to do is that we'll go ahead and fold our sleeve by 1 inch. Remember, we gave 1 inch allowance for folding of the sleeve. So I'll go ahead and fold the sleeve. Remember to fold in the first one and then fold in the second one like this. Okay, so I'll go ahead and fold the sleeve, and then I'll also go ahead and fold the dress. I will also hem the full length of the dress by 1/2 inch. I'll bring it back. So guys, I've gone ahead now to hem the sleeve and as well the dress. Okay, that is what it looks like. Now I went ahead to join the pieces of this fabric like so. We're going to use these pieces to cut out the interfacing for the dress. Okay, now we're going to place it open like this. Now this is folded into two, and then we'll just go ahead and pick our dress and place it on top of these pieces. Now all we're trying to do here is to create the interfacing. So after placing it properly on top of it like this, I will go ahead and just use a chalk to just chalk it around just tracing the neckline. Okay, just tracing the neck hole. So after tracing it, we'll go ahead and pin it down to avoid it from moving away. Okay, so we'll go ahead and pin this round now. Okay, so guys, after pinning it round, now we'll just go ahead and use our scissors to trace out the chalk that we traced, and then we'll go ahead and open up the slit for the front. Remember the keyhole at the front. Okay, now after opening it at the front, this is what it looks like. So I will go ahead and then just flip it over for us to be able to attach on this thing. Now before that, I'll just go ahead and use my chalk to just trace out the design I want the interfacing to have. Now remember, I'm managing my fabric and then it's the pieces I'm using. Okay, so I just went ahead to just trace it out like this. Okay, so depending on the design you want to use for your interfacing, please just do you. All right, so after tracing this out now, the next thing we're going to do right now is to open it up. But first of all, we'll separate the pins from the main fabric. Remember, we pinned it when we're trying to get the shape of the neckline. So after separating the pin, the next thing we're going to do now, guys, is to open the front up, just to open it up like this, so that we'll be able to place our interfacing on the good side, facing good side. Now this is the front part of this fabric. Now if you notice from the beginning of this video, I have to use a chalk to identify the front and back of this fabric, because this is pure African cotton. Now we're going to pick our bias. Now this is the bias we have. All I did was to just run a stitch on the tip of the bias. You know the way the bias is folded when you buy it. So all I did was just to run a stitch on it to avoid it opening. Okay, so that is all I did. Now what we're going to do, we're just going to go ahead and pick the bias and then place it on at the front keyhole. That's the design of that stylish design we saw at the front of the clothes. Okay, but please note that you just come in by 1/2 inch, so that you'll be able to have a space where you will sew the interfacing on top. I hope you understand this. So after pinning this down, remember you're pinning this at the right side of the fabric at the front. Okay, so after pinning this down, you want to make sure you arrange it properly to avoid you running stitches on top of it when attaching your interfacing. Now we'll go ahead and place our interfacing on top of it like this, carefully placing it on top of it. All right, so after arranging this properly, so if you know you can't stitch this, I would advise you go ahead and use a pin and hold it. So I'll take this to the sewing machine, close by 1/2 inch, and bring it back. So guys, I've gone ahead to stitch on the interfacing. So I'm just going to go ahead and just give it a notch around so that you can be able to turn it out properly, easily. Okay, so after notching it around, so this is what the bias looks like. You can see that was why I say we should give it a space of 1/2 inch before you attach your bias. So I will open this up now. After turning this inside, I will take it to my ironing table and bring back. So guys, I've gone ahead now to iron this out. Can you see how beautiful it's looking? So this is what the front looks like, and then this is what the bias on it looks like. So we're going to go ahead now and just turn this in out, like we're going to turn it now back to the wrong fabric. So I'll pick the two sleeves together, attached together like that, and then arrange it properly in just the way we close up our boo-boo dress. That is what I'm doing here. So I'll open it up. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Now this is the two sleeve. Can you see? Now guys, if you notice from the beginning of this video that I attached a pocket. Now what is a filet dress without a pocket attached to it? I'd love to attach pockets when I have a free dress, when I'm making a free dress. Okay, so after arranging this properly, I'll just go ahead and use my tape and take from my shoulder down to my half length. So I'll mark 16 inches. Down from that 16 inches, I'll just come down by 6 inches. This is the opening that is going to be on the pocket. Okay, so after marking it now, what we're going to do right now is to go ahead and just give it a notch here at this point, and also give it a notch here. So this is where we are going to be attaching our pockets on. Okay, now this is the pieces of what I cut out from this fillet. All I'm just going to do is to just go ahead and just give it my desired pocket curve. Okay, now this is the pieces I'm working with. It's not that it's a full distance, so I can't really give you the measurement of what I am working with. This is the pieces. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and place it like this, and then place it on top of the fabric, and then pin it down. All right, so this is the easiest way to attach your pockets. Okay, so I'll pin it down here on this other side of the fabric. Please take note that where you see me pinning, we are meant to stitch on that part first. Okay, so after stitching it, we'll also do the same thing for this other side of the pocket. You attach it to this side of the fabric like so. So after attaching it now, all you need to do is that you come here, close up by 1 inch, and when you get to this place we notch, you stop, and then use 1/2 inch to close up the pocket all the way down to the full length of the pocket to the place we notch, and then use 1 inch to close it up. So I'll take this to the sewing machine, do it, and bring it back. So guys, I've gone ahead to attach the pocket, and this is what the design looks like. Okay, so this is what our fillet looks like, and I also use 1 inch to close up everything. So this is the sleeve. All right, and then this is our pocket. Okay, so this is what the pocket looks like. I know you'll be wondering if the pocket is going to be bulging out of the main fillet. No, it won't. Okay, so in case if you don't want to attach a pocket, this is totally optional. All right, so guys, this is all for the cutting of together fillet. You can see how this is actually a very simple, stylish fillet dress. You can wear this for a picnic, you can wear it for a simple gathering, and this can actually serve as a Friday wear for you, for those who are based in Abuja here. And then if you don't want your ruche coming out, you can just go ahead and just notch it to the style you want. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for watching. We have come to the end of this tutorial. Guys, please do not forget to like, please do not forget to share, please do not forget to leave a comment, ask a question at any point you do not understand, and please do not forget to go green. See you on my next tutorial. Bye.